Hi, it's 1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One. Now today I want to have a discussion about whether killing traders that fly for certain power play factions is griefing or whether it is definitely part of power play. Now, my personal stance is certain powers, it's the only way you can stop them is by attacking their trade vessels. This may seem harsh to others, but those who do power play weekly, those who are embedded in power play, those who know what they're doing with power play, know that that's the only thing they can do. There's a few powers. Felicia Winters is one, Aisling Devour is another, that expand through trucking, and then, they do their fortification through trucking. We all do our fortification through trucking. Now, I have in the past showed videos of me doing my fortification for Arc on Delane, which is an anarchy system in a Type 7 in open. I do it every week in open, usually at a really random time, it's got to be said. I'm not the most organised, I don't straight away on, first day do it. But I always do my fortification in open because I think it's fair. If I come up here and kill people who fly for Aisling Devour, I should be free to be attacked by people who support her and other power play factions that want to stop Arc on Delane. Don't know what happened to that guy. I'll say it's probably a D instance. The two Diamondback Explorers both stuck in there and didn't combat log, so fair play to them. GG's to everyone. I mean, there was the other guy that he appeared to log, but he turned up in the American instance, and I was actually in party with some Americans. We saw each other once and then we couldn't get in the same instance, and I kind of wish I brought my pirate ship, because he was running a cutter and he wasn't pledged to the blue hair. He was actually pledged to one of the other powers. I'm going to say Leon Rue. I didn't take that much notice, I just saw it wasn't what I was aiming for, so I didn't shoot at him. But he was actually ferrying cargo missions, because this place does spawn decent missions. Now, I left him alone because he wasn't the target I was looking for, because while some people consider me to be doing ganking, I consider this to be power play. And those who challenge the fact that they think it's power play, if they could tell me how they would stop a trucking power from expanding and how they would stop a power fortifying without killing traitors, I would dearly love them to tell me. Because the people who tend to call us gankers or get on their high horse about it and say how what we do is ganking, don't tend to offer any sort of alternative. They don't seem to be able to say, well, you shouldn't be doing this, you should be doing this instead to stop them. Because as far as I'm concerned, we're here stopping Aisling Devour players from fortifying. We're generally blockading the star, we kill a few people, it's a fun evening's entertainment for us. Usually some PvPers come across and fight for the Imperials to stop us, so we usually have a good back and forth, some PvP, which is what we want. In this case, I did have some fun PvP. After Baron went off to bed, I managed to get in the American instance and fight one of the Prismatic Knights, Nezrek, who I have not seen since he joined us, me and Frodo, raiding Mirrorman one night, which is a really funny video on my channel. I might link it in the description if I remember. It was an awesome night's entertainment, and Nezrek Anaconda was one of the star players, and he was down here in a very wonky built Type 10 with torpedoes, and as everyone knows, Byweaves are my Ramber's kryptonite, and torpedoes are my own personal nightmare. I got very lazy and complacent. I'm sat in front of him fragging away thinking I'm close enough that torpedoes won't work, and I get torped. That's me being an absolute idiot, and I kind of deserved it. I was a bit annoyed they actually got through my frags, because I was firing a lot of screening shell frags in his general direction, and I would have hoped they would have taken out enough of the torpedoes, but hey, it happens. I got torped. I was going to get beat in this fight, but I hoped it would go on longer. And I was actually really surprised because his modules were a bit fried by the end. But it was a good fun fight, and I'm happy to get outclassed by someone like Nezrek. Nezrek's a much better pilot than me and a much better PvPer than me. And I had fun hanging out in QBO, chatting with those guys, catching up and having some fun. And I went out how I should go out in the Ramba, and how someone who's part Japanese should go out in a fight. I went out with glory and honour. And that's all you can really ask. When you're totally outclassed and the ship you're fighting is much bigger than you, you know, try every trick you've got. I even tried to get a cheeky reboot and repair off. You know, but eventually, if you're beat, just accept it and have a bit of fun. And yeah, it's always best to die laughing. Yeah, I mean, GG's to everyone we ran into. I didn't get much salt from the people we killed, and the one guy that I suspect combat logged and the other one that I suspect did the instance, no biggie. I'm not going to worry too much about him. You know, I mean, if you're going to combat log on somebody in a Python that's not mass locking you, you clearly don't know what you're doing in the game. You could have low waked or high waked quite safely. I'm not in a ship that's mass locking you. You can jump straight back up. You know, just one of those things. But some people panic in PvP situations, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I'll see next time I fight him if the same thing happens. Then I'll, you know, I'll look at this in a different light. But for now, I'm in a very forgiving mood. I'm not going to put this in my cheats playlist and just, you know, say, what's the bother? I enjoy dying in this game. I don't know why some people log. Anyway, I'll leave you now with the final voice clip and say, at least I went out like someone of my heritage should.
Japanese heritage time.